In this video, I'm going to show you several different versions of a piriformis stretch. The goal is for you to find one that works really well for you and that doesn't cause you pain, that's easy to get into, and that just feels good. So take a look and find the best version for you. Oh, and if you're wondering what a piriformis is, it's an external rotator muscle that's really deep within your hip. And when it gets too tight, it can pinch nerves and cause all kinds of things to go out of whack. So stretching piriformis muscle is super important. I'm going to show you a seated piriformis stretch. It's for a muscle that's deep in your glutes and can get really tight and cause you a lot of problems. So you can sit on the edge of a chair, cross one ankle over one knee, and you're just going to try to sit as widely as possible. Now, if you're having a hard time already keeping this knee down, maybe just pressing here is going to be enough for you. But if you feel like you can go a little bit further into it, what you can do is you can inhale, kind of expand your chest and get a nice flat back, and then you can exhale and start to lean forward. You can even like reach your hands through and grab onto your shins, but we want to keep that chest forward reaching thing. Now you're going to feel a major stretch right here. Don't go past the limits that it's giving you, but you do want to stretch it. It's going to tell you when you've stretched it enough. I'm going to show you the same stretch on the other side. So we're sitting up nice and tall. We're inhaling, expand the chest, pull the shoulders back, and then starting to hinge over and maybe reach through the leg right here. Now you don't have to reach through the leg. You can just be right here. You can rest your hands here. The idea is that you feel it back here in the glute where you want to. So just kind of go until it's saying that's about it. I want to stretch about 7 out of 10 and hold it for time, and then you've done it. For your reclining piriformis stretch, you can just take one ankle and cross it over your opposite knee. And if your knee ends up really close to your chest, like up here, you can kind of use your hand to kind of push down and try to open up that hip. And for some people, this is just enough of a stretch right here. But if it's not, you can always take your hands and reach through your legs, or take a belt and wrap it behind your knee and grab on to kind of pull both legs closer to you. And you're going to feel a really good stretch down this hip that's being stretched. So I'm stretching my left leg, so I'm feeling it in my left hip. And then if you have a little bit of additional flexibility, you can just see how far you can reach your hands through. See if you can maybe grab onto that front of that leg. It might be enough for you to just stay wherever you were last. So this stretch should feel like a 7 out of 10. You want to make sure not to go too far. You don't want to overdo this stretch. Just hold it for at least 45 seconds and then do the other side. This is a version of pigeon stretch, which is a hip opening piriformis stretch. You are going to do whatever you can to make sure that you take this leg right here and make it as parallel with the front of your body as possible. So it's not about how far you look like you're going into this stretch, it's about how you feel it, and you're going to be trying to feel it right back here. So you're going to tack this foot down with your hand. So you can see I've got my foot kind of held down by my hand, and then I am just inching my other leg back. So I'm inching my left leg back. I'm holding down my right foot. My shoe's kind of squeaking on the floor here. And you're just bring that foot back until you can feel a good stretch in that glute. And some people are able to just lay their head flat right here. Some people can come down onto their elbows, but I'll go ahead and show you some additional ways to make this stretch a little bit more intense. You can walk out, get to the elbows. You can walk out a little bit further here, but I don't recommend going super far into this stretch, especially if you're having back pain. You just want to go far enough to where you feel something. And you're going to want to keep your belly tight the whole time that you do this stretch, because it's really easy to add additional curve to your lower back here. And we really don't want to do that. So keep my abs going and make sure that I'm not dumping torque into my lower back. So just like with any stretch, you're going to hold it for about 45 seconds, maybe more, and then switch sides.